reopening the case into her criminal and illegal conduct that threatens the security of the United States of America.
Donald Trump.
The laws and regulations in effect when I was Secretary of State allowed me to use my email for work. That is undisputed. It clearly wasn't the best choice. And I take responsibility for that decision. I thought it would be easier to carry just one device for my work and for my personal emails instead of two.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Okay, in full disclosure, BlackBerry.
And a BlackBerry. I have an iPad, a mini iPad, an iPhone, and a BlackBerry. I believe I have met all of my responsibilities, and the server will remain private. In order to be as cooperative as possible, we have turned over the server. They can do whatever they want to with the server. I am confident that I never sent nor received any information that was classified at the time it was sent and received. So that leaves the 100 out of 30,000 emails that Director Comey testified contained classified information. I did not receive anything that was marked as classified. Director Comey said that only 3 out of 30,000 had anything resembling classified markers.
You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something? No. Well, no. We turned over everything that was work-related. Every single thing.
No, you bleached it. You acid washed it, number one. But let's add a couple of other things, Mr. Speaker, in light of all those contradictions, the many.
Well, can I just stop you? Can I stop you just 1 second?
Yeah.
What's really striking, because I'm sitting here in Woodstock listening I'm really focused on what I'm hearing. It's not just that she lies. She lies with an arrogance and a certainty that the greatest actors on Broadway would admire. I mean, when you listen to the tone of her voice, you know she's lying, but she's lying with such arrogance, and she's driving it so hard, and it doesn't matter what she's saying. She has the same tone, even as she's saying a lie about the lie she told earlier, which was the lie she started with. I mean, it's an astonishing personal trait.
Remember, I have great respect for the FBI for righting this wrong. The American people fully understand her corruption, and we hope all justice will finally be served. Brief remarks tonight. Hillary Clinton tried to politicize this investigation by attacking and falsely accusing the FBI director of only sending the letter to Republicans. Another Clinton lie. As it turned out, the letter was sent to both Republican and Democratic leaders in Congress. The FBI would never have reopened this case at this time unless it were a most egregious criminal offense.
Donald Trump reacting to today's big breaking news. Some October surprise, I guess, but the FBI now reopening its probe into Hillary Clinton's private email server.
Well, let me start with what has happened that is extraordinary, because it puts Director Comey in an impossible position. He supposedly this summer had completed an investigation, and I agree with Mayor Giuliani, done so badly that he's now reopening it 11 days before a presidential election. I mean, this is really amazingly bad for the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which has historically been a very methodical, very professional organization. So it raises 100 different questions. But here's the key thing to remember. In 1972, Richard Nixon carried 49 states. He got 60.7% of the vote, the highest number, higher than Reagan in '84, highest number since World War II. And a year and a half later, he was out of office. The American people are about to have a candidate who is clearly going to be under criminal investigation for the entire first and second year of her presidency, if she could even survive it. Because what WikiLeaks has really done is it has
As you
put
say this,
the
let
whole
me put up the
foundation
wiki.
at jeopardy?
I don't want to interrupt you. As you talk about WikiLeaks, let me put up relevant. We'll put you on half the screen. We'll keep your beautiful face up, and on the other half of the screen, WikiLeaks revelation specific to the server. I'm sorry.
I love hanging out with you because as you're explaining, you really don't want to interrupt me. You're interrupting me, and everybody who knows the two of us by now knows that we've known each other a long time.
No, I'm sorry.
But here's the core point. And Andy McCarthy, who was was the prosecutor of the 1993 World Trade Center bombings, and is one of the leading experts on terrorism in America. He has a column coming out in the morning where he points out this is a classic example of RICO. RICO is the statute for going after organized crime. And he walks you through in his column in the morning every single standard by which the FBI decides whether or not they're dealing with a conspiracy to commit organized crime, and by every single standard that you would apply to the mafia or the Mexican drug cartel or any other group, the Clinton family business is in fact a corporation engaged in organized crime. They violated the law by misusing the office of Secretary of State. They have violated the law by trading to get money in ways that were totally violative of being a nonprofit. I suspect the IRS will be forced to revoke their entire nonprofit status, which will mean all of their donors have to pay taxes on what they thought was a tax-deductible contribution.
Look at the Russian uranium deal, for one. All the people that made money. Look at the Haitian deal. Look at the Moroccan deal. I mean, look at the AP pointing out that 55% of individuals that had access to then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton are all donors or all people that pledged. You pay money, you get, they had the separate list after the Haiti earthquake, Friends of Bill, Clinton Foundation donors, so they could cash in on the contracts from the money that they raised to help the people so that they can then kick more money back to the Clinton Foundation. I mean, this is outrageous.
You go back and look at how many people Rudy Giuliani put in jail when he was the U.S. attorney in New York City. And you asked Rudy if he could prepare this case with the full power of the federal government. How confident would he be that he would get multiple convictions? And I think he'll tell you that he would go to any jury in the country.
He said I'd be in the jail.
And it would be virtually impossible.
Yeah, before you came on, he said I'd be in jail. I won't play it again, but look at what let's go back to FBI Director Comey. And he gives a 15-minute statement. For 13 of the 15 minutes, I'm sitting there like everybody else saying, oh, my word, if you will, he's going to pull the trigger. And then he backs off at the last minute. Then he gets grilled by Trey Gowdy. Trey Gowdy gets him to admit that, in fact, she lied when she said she never sent or received classified information on a private email. He got her to say that what she said was not true. Gowdy asked if there was nothing marked classified on her emails. Was that true when she said that? Comey's words, that's not true. And then a series of 6 other things. So how...
Look, and anybody who destroyed government information by using BleachBit, which is an expensive, sophisticated design in order to block anybody, even the FBI or the National Security Agency, from being able to figure out what was on the computer. That is, on the face of it, a crime in a situation where they have taken information from the U.S. government and they have now destroyed it. Now, just by itself, that's clearly a crime. And you cannot make any reasonable argument that Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are not engaged in a series of crimes which for anybody else would blow up. And of course, what's now happened, and you asked me earlier what I think, the truth is, as you point out, I just have a new novel out. If I were a novelist and I tried to write that the case was almost stopped, and then Anthony Weiner's sex problems with a 15-year-old in North Carolina gets the FBI to look at Anthony Weiner's material, and they discover looking at his material that his wife, Huma Abedin, has thousands and thousands of emails,
I believe it.
which I suspect, I do. I think it was commingled on the home computer.
I think that's,
and I think that's
a strong possibility, and that's what's being reported. But I also think there's a WikiLeaks component here, and I think that James Comey realized this was going to be the single most embarrassing scandal in the history, not only of the FBI, but electoral politics. And he used that opportunity to reopen it to save face because he probably realizes what WikiLeaks has is devastating to his decision making. Right or wrong?
I think that's right, and I think all of us should join John Podesta in demanding that the FBI release everything by Monday. I mean, why shouldn't the American people see all of these emails?
Everyone, absolutely.
I mean, Hillary has assured us that none of them involve secrets.
Right.
So let's take her at her word. None of them involve secrets.
They're all about
They should
yoga
release every
and a
single
wedding
email
and a
by
funeral.
Monday.
Yeah, that's all they're about. All right.